I'm Bill and I'm glad you're here. In our last video, we looked at how voltage pushes electricity through a circuit. We have our slightly improved circuit here, and when we make it complete, the electricity goes through the circuit and lights up the light bulb. And we looked at how the voltage in the batteries pushes the electricity. Now in this video, we're going to take a look at why does the electricity need to be pushed. And we will find that it's because every circuit has another quality to it that we call resistance. Now, to get the idea of resistance, we're going to go back to our look at how everything is made up of atoms, and the atoms have electrons. Some kinds of atoms, the electrons on the outside don't want to go away from the atom. They kind of stick to it, and we call those elements and substances insulators, because electricity will not flow through them very well. And then there are other kinds of materials where the atoms let go of their electrons and the electrons can go from atom to atom and the electricity will flow. Now, even on these atoms where the electrons are willing to come away from the atom, if there's no voltage applied, the electron will stay on this atom. It takes a little bit of a push, even in those materials that are willing to let go of their electrons, and that need to push them away is what causes the resistance in those materials. So if we go back now and look at our circuit here, when the electricity is being pushed, the idea to get tucked away is that this circuit, the wires, the battery, the bulb in particular, has some resistance to electricity flowing through it. It's willing to let the electricity flow through it, but it resists it a bit. And that's why the battery's voltage is needed to push the electricity and overcome that resistance. And just as there was a man more than 200 years ago named Alessandro Volta who made the first battery, he was Italian, but there was another man named Georg Ohm, O-H-M, who was a German man, and when he heard about Volta's battery, he got hold of one and he began investigating how circuits work and how electricity flows. And we measure the resistance that a circuit has to the flow of electricity in units that are named for Georg Ohm. We talk about a resistance of so many ohms in a circuit. So that's what we're looking at in this video, is the fact that every circuit has resistance to the flow of electricity. The bulb has some resistance. Even the wires have a little bit of resistance to them. The batteries on the inside have a little bit of resistance also. So the entire round trip circuit that the electricity follows when it flows has some resistance that tries to keep the electricity standing still, and the voltage, which is the push from the battery, overcomes that resistance and causes the electricity to flow through the circuit, even though there's this resistance. AstuteKidDotCom